We're joined with Helen, the Kent fundraising manager for Macmillan. Helen, how can people on the Isle of Sheppey get involved or support Macmillan?
There's lots of different ways that people can get involved. We cater to lots of tastes, from cooking to climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, basically. Whatever it is that people want to do, there's so much that we have on offer to get involved with. I can basically run through some of the things that we have on offer that's coming up in this year that I think might be of interest to some of your listeners. For example, we have two local events coming up in Kent. We have the Paddock Half Marathon on April the 11th. We have been selected as the official charity of the year for this race, which is fantastic news. And of course, we're looking for some avid runners to join our team at Macmillan. We want to raise the most amount of money possible from the race, and we want to give everyone a great time, and we want to see basically a sea of green wigs and foam hands. So if it's something that you like to do, which is running, then brilliant, come along, sign up. If not, if that's not your cup of tea, then we are always looking for volunteers to help out on the day. If you're willing to don a green wig and wave a couple of green hands, then again, we'd love to hear from you. If running's not your thing, which it isn't for many of us, there's a less strenuous event coming up on May 16th, which is our annual sponsored walk at Penshurst Place. It's £5 to register to take part in the walk, and you have a choice of a 2.5 mile and an 8 mile route. It's family friendly. You can bring the children, you can even bring the dog, but it's a fantastic day out if the weather's obviously sunny. Yep. But obviously if it's raining, you're still out there doing something worthwhile. So that's again another thing that people can get involved in. Nationally, we do have some other great events that people can take advantage of. I don't know whether you're familiar with the world's biggest coffee morning. It's our flagship event.
Yeah, I think I have heard of that, yeah.
Okay, this year it's going to take place on Friday, September the 24th. It's brilliant this year because we're celebrating the event's 20th year, so there's going to be a huge amount of publicity about it, and again we'll be set out to raise more income and recruit some more hosts. Last year the event raised £180,000 in Kent alone, and we're hoping to beat this this year. We're hoping that existing hosts will rise to the challenge of raising an extra £20 on top of what they raised last year, as £24 will pay for a Macmillan nurse for an hour, so there's a great incentive there. You can register now for that event on our website. I will give all the details later. For those of you that don't like cake and coffee, which I can't imagine is a lot out there, but you never know, we do have a fantastic challenge called the Longest Day Golf. As you can imagine, that's for golf lovers. People usually do this event in the summer months, sort of May to August, when the evenings and the mornings are brighter. But what you need to do with this challenge, if you're a golf lover, you need to organise a team of 3 or 4 players. And what the challenge involves is you play 72 holes of golf, which is 4 rounds, I believe, in one day. And obviously you get sponsorship to do this. The top 4 teams will then be invited to play in the final in Portugal for the Longest Day trophy. So it's quite prestigious. And obviously for those golf lovers out there, I'm sure you couldn't think of a better way to spend 24 hours. We then also have a variety of overseas and UK challenges for the more adrenaline seekers out there that want to sort of get the blood pumping. We're promoting currently the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge, which takes part in June, and then we have plenty of overseas challenges that will cater for all, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, trekking the Great Wall of China. There's biking, there's running, there's trekking, there's all sorts. So there's plenty out there. But if none of that suits you and it's not what you want to do, we're always looking to welcome people to, or hear from people that want to put on their own fundraising activities, and people come up with their own weird and wacky things to do. We have sponsored head shaves. We had one lady call up about filling a car with beer and raffling it off as a prize. So whatever it is that you think would work to raise money for such a great cause, we're happy to hear from you. And obviously, as your local fundraising office, we'd be happy to support you. But obviously, it isn't always about the money. And if you don't have the time or the energy to put into that, we do have a very simple way to support Macmillan, which comes down to our campaign work. Again, we consider Macmillan to be a force for change. We like to listen to cancer patients and the healthcare professionals, get feedback on what could be changed for the better, and then we try and lobby the government to make these changes for the better. You may have heard about the success we had with our campaign with prescription charges, which was successful last year, which meant that all cancer patients no longer had to pay for prescription charges, right, which could obviously amount to a lot of money. We're now working on 2 new campaigns, one being hospital car parking for cancer patients, but one of our biggest ones at the moment is the fuel poverty campaign. When people are going through a cancer journey, unfortunately they feel the cold more due to the treatment, and usually it's a time where income is decreased, so a lot of people obviously struggle to pay their heating bills. Now, cancer patients currently don't receive any help from the government or energy companies when it comes to the fuel poverty payment, and what we want to see is that the fuel poverty gets extended to help cancer patients. So what it would require from people out there that want to support Macmillan is to sign up to become an e-campaigner. You can go on our website. It takes a couple of minutes to give your name, address and email details, and basically you become one of our campaigners, which will, the more signatures we get, the more pressure we can put on the government to make these changes. So for some people it may be the fundraising aspect, for others it may be the campaigns, or we always have opportunities for volunteering, whether it be an hour with a collection bucket, or marshalling at a race, or donning a green wig. There's always opportunities no matter what it is that you want to do. So pick up the phone and call your Kent fundraising office basically, and we'd love to hear from you.
And all those useful contact details are coming up towards the end of this interview. We are joined with Helen, the Kent fundraising manager for Macmillan, here at the Monday Night Community Show.